Greetings, students, future medical professionals, and medical professionals. My name is Lieutenant Commander Michael French, and I've been in naval aviation for nearly 2 decades. I am Utah and Eastern Idaho's Medical Scholarships and Program Coordinator for the Navy. A lot of the information that we will cover in this brief presentation can be found by Googling Navy Program Authorizations and then find the appropriate program authorization. Let's begin by talking about the Medical Corps Officer Program. The HPSP and the HSCP for the student programs are going to be the most popular and have the most billets and the most availability. And it's probably the quickest way to enter into the military and have a for sure position as a doctor once you're done with med school. You have direct assess also, which is active duty Navy, and that's where that FAP, the Financial Assistant Program stipend, comes into play. And there's a few positions for that, and if you're interested, we can talk about that. And then there's also DCO, Direct Commission Officer, which is a Navy Reserve program. And there's a few more positions for that for professionals who are fully trained. And there's also the TMS, Training and Medical Specialty, which includes a stipend to help those professionals get through residency. Now, for the main one, though, the student programs, the applications are going to be due every second Thursday of every month. And I want to emphasize, if you are a junior in college coming up to your summer right before your senior year, between your junior and senior year, that's when you want to get a hold of me and start the discussion at the end of your junior year, so we can get your application in by September, so you're in the first board in October. The Navy's fiscal year starts October 1st. So we want your application in early September so we can get you on that first board. And so you can get one of those positions in the student program as a HPSP student. That will pay for your tuition, gives you about a $2,400 plus monthly stipend, which goes up each year. And it's a very good benefit. Dental Corps Officer, that's one of the most popular programs that the Navy offers. There are fewer billets, fewer openings for the Dental Corps, so it's a little more competitive to get into the Dental Corps. It's about a 1 in 3 selection for the student HPSP program. But it's very similar to the Medical Corps with the HPSP, the HSCP, direct assess going straight into active duty or DCO reserves. Very similar programs to the Medical Corps. Now, this one's special because the due date is 15 December of your senior year. All right, you cannot be enrolled in dental school, and you cannot be currently attending dental school to apply for this scholarship. So you talk to me during your summer before your senior year, and we will get your application in well before 15 December so you can make it to the first board. And now we come to the Medical Service Corps. This one's a little bit unique. The student programs actually have fewer quotas than the direct assess. If you want to be an active duty Navy, just off fully trained, coming in as a civilian into the Navy, there's more positions if you come in direct assess. And there's very, very, very few positions if you want to join the Navy Reserves for Medical Service Corps. So for some of the student programs, the HPSP has physician assistant sometimes. Usually that's a collegiate program. But they have the clinical psychology and optometry. They'll have several quotas for those 2 programs for the scholarship program. Then the collegiate program, you'll have audiology, healthcare administration, entomology, environmental health, industrial hygiene, physician assistant, which is very popular, pharmacy, and podiatry. And the due dates for these vary from program to program, so we can definitely talk to you about that and get you your application in on time. Once again, if you could talk to me at the end of your junior year or the beginning of the summer before you start your senior year of your bachelor's degree, then we can get you all set up for success for your application. And finally, we have the Nurse Corps Officer Program. The most popular here is going to be the Nurse Candidate Program, which will give you a stipend and a bonus for the last 2 years of your BSN degree. So the biggest point I can emphasize here, if you want to become part of the Nurse Candidate Program, is to contact me at the end of your freshman year in college or your sophomore year in college. At the end of your freshman year in college, we can put you in for the 2-year program. And then at the end of your sophomore year in college, we can put you in for the 1-year stipend and bonus. Some of the saddest things that happen is when applicants call me during their junior or senior year and they're too late to apply for this nurse candidate program. At that point, you would have to graduate with your BSN and potentially get a master's degree in another field, and the program authorization for the Nurse Corps talks about which of the other fields needs a master's degree. And then you'd have to have 1 year of experience in the program for which you are applying. So it's a little lengthier. However, there are still quite a number of positions, mostly in critical care, that the Navy is looking for a direct assess directly entering the Navy after you're fully trained and have at least 1 year of experience. And then DCO, Direct Commissioned Officer Reserve, there are several programs as well, and it's the same. You need to be fully trained up, qualified, and have at least a year of experience in the field for which you are applying. To recap, the Navy has a Medical Corps, Dental Corps, Medical Service Corps, and Nurse Corps officer programs. And you may be asking, what's the application consist of? We'll collect some basic information, birth certificate, social security card. We'll have a background investigation that we'll do, and we'll give you a username and password for that. We'll need a copy of your resume or curriculum vitae. That's one document. We'll need references, 3 instructor references normally, and you can use a committee letter for that. And also, if you took any MCAT or DAT scores, we'll need a copy of that. Your school acceptance letter, either before the application or after the application. We can talk case-by-case basis depending on your MCAT or DAT scores for that. Personal motivational statement why you want to join the Navy, and copies of your official transcripts. There's also another step, which is the medical qualification. There's a military entrance processing station, MEPS, and that's where everyone enlisted or officer who wants to join the United States military, regardless of the branch, they need to go to MEPS for an examination, a doctor's physical. And we'll talk about your medical history and see what documents we need to collect to send to MEPS to get you through that physical. So we'll talk more about that. And at this point, if you have any questions, there's my contact information. Please feel free to call or send me a text, and we can, if you just have informational questions, we'll talk about that. If you're eager to start applying, we can talk about that too. We'll go at whatever pace you want to go at. I've had some applicants complete this application process in about a week to 10 days, and others took their time and it drew out to maybe 2 or 3 months. So it depends on whatever pace you want to go at, we can go at that pace. So please feel free to contact me, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.